Hi, Claude Whitacre here. I'm a sales trainer, a speaker. I talk to groups of salespeople. I talk to groups of business owners. And if you're the kind of person that your business is determined and your income is determined by how much you sell, you might enjoy this. Well, I have a book called One Call Closing, and a lot of times I'll get people in front of the room. They'll ask me, they'll say, Claude, why is one call closing? Why is it important to do one call closing? You know, normally we get a proposal and we go back and it takes 3 weeks and there's a long turnaround and I have to meet with 4 or 5 different people. Why do you really concentrate on just seeing one person one time and close? Well, there's a lot of different reasons. First of all, I found out that if I go for multiple presentations, I will close a higher percentage, but I will close 80% of the people that are going to buy anyway. They'll buy if I stick with them on that one call. 80% of the people that are going to buy eventually will buy on that one call. If I just make it, a do or die thing, I just do whatever I can do, I just do it right there. It's not the time that, they don't really need a lot of time to think about it. It's just that they want to delay it. Well, I don't want to delay it, okay? I don't want to delay the yes or the no. The no is fine too, by the way. If somebody says no, that's perfectly okay with me. It's the, well, come back, come back, come back, come back. See, eventually that gets tiring to you, and you know what happens if you go back over and over and over again to the same person? Eventually they think you're stalking them. They think that you're, I've had customers already where I've just acquiesced and said, okay, well, I'll come back. I mean, if you want me to come back next Tuesday, okay, come back next Tuesday. All right, and they'd say, okay, well, I haven't decided yet, come back next Thursday. Okay, great, I'll come back next Thursday. And I would do that 4 or 5 times, and about the 3rd or 4th time I go there, they're like, geez, can't you take no for an answer? And and this happened years ago, but I'm like, well, yeah, I could easily take no. I would rather have taken no for an answer. No would have been no would have been welcome to me. I work for those no's, because why? Because then I can do other things with my life and my time. I can go see other people. I'm not just thinking, oh, this guy's, maybe I'm going to turn this guy around. Maybe I'm not going to turn this guy around. But here's the real reason you want to do it in one call. Because that person is never going to be as excited about your offer as he is or she is in that first call. Here's how I know this. Have you ever watched a movie? Did you ever cry during the movie? Of course you have. We've all watched movies where we cried. Did you cry more the 4th time you saw that movie? No. Why? Because you already knew what was coming, you've already gone through it before, and now it's kind of old hat. Okay? Have you ever heard a joke? Yes, of course you've heard a joke. Have you ever heard a joke where you've laughed? Of course we all have. Is the joke funnier the 5th or 6th time you hear the joke? I mean, does it get funnier every time you hear it? No. It becomes boring. It becomes old hat. It becomes repetitive. See? I call it being in heat. When they are talking to you the first time, what you have is new, it's fresh, it sounds very important to them. They're not thinking about anything else, they're thinking about your offer. And they are in heat. If they're ever going to get what you have, they're going to want to do it while you're there. And what happens is when you call them later, see, the different parts of the brain are at work, the emotional part in the back, the intellectual part in the front. Well, the intellectual part is still engaged a little bit. They're going, well, we are kind of considering, maybe we will later, maybe we won't, and all that. But the part that makes them buy is all the emotional part in the back of the brain. In other words, they're emotionally involved on the first call. They might be intellectually involved in subsequent calls, but they're only emotionally involved in the first call. That's when their interest is piqued. That's when they're the most excited that they're ever going to be. Okay? I talk an awful lot about how to close in one call in my book, amazingly titled, One Call Closing. Okay? The Ultimate Guide to Closing Any Sale in One Call. It's on Amazon. Thank you very much.